I just want to take a minute and let everybody on Farm Talk read this comment. This is why we need to post videos. This is why we need to get our story out there to the general public. There are people that think this stuff is true. Now, I'm a farmer in Minnesota. We don't grow a lot of cotton up here because cotton is a plant. And it's got a pretty long growing season. And we're not known for that in Minnesota. Can't figure out why. But we do have a fair number of sheep. And I've shorn a fair number of sheep. And I've never gotten an ounce of cotton out of a fleece. Funny how that goes. He does make one good point, though. There are wool sheep that are black in color. When I say wool sheep, I mean sheep that are of the fine wool variety, the kind of wool that you might actually wear against your skin. Because not all wool is created equal. Things like naturally fleeced Rambouillet. They are a breed that is primarily white, but there are different strains, different family lines that have black and silver and different shades of brown and pieds and all sorts of stuff. And they're really nice for the niche market. But your average wool sheep is white. Because here's the deal. You can always dye white wool a different color. It's kind of hard to turn a black fleece into a red sweater. And then there's hair sheep, which is kind of a misnomer because they also have wool. But they shed wool, just like this gal is doing right now. You can see that's two different lengths. But if we look real closely, there's a piece. Where is it? If you look real close at this wool, there's hair fibers in it. Those hair fibers are called kemp. These girls will shed their wool, but even if we sheared them, that hair fiber makes it really, really unsuitable for the textile market because that hair is going to be itchy. And even though I'm switching over to a hair-based flock for economical reasons, because the wool we can produce here with the type of sheep we've had is not usually terribly valuable, not compared to the cost of shearing, I'm still a big advocate for wool. I think wool is a great textile product. Wool is fire resistant. You cannot burn wool. I have tried. Off the sheep. Always off the sheep first. Wool will remain warm even when it's soaking wet. That's why wool socks are so great. If you get your socks wet and you sweaty in the Minnesota winter and you're wearing wool socks, your feet will still be warm. They'll be smelly, but they'll be warm. That's important. Because you can wash your feet, but you can't reattach frostbitten toes. Isn't that right? That's right. But this is why we need to constantly advocate and educate the public about what we do in agriculture, because there are people that believe stuff like this, that cotton comes from white sheep, that there are cotton sheep. I've been around sheep a long time. I've never come across a cotton sheep. Not a once. There's hair sheep, there's wool sheep, there's primitive sheep. No cotton sheep.